Have you ever looked at someone who's achieved something seemingly impossible and just found yourself wondering, how on earth did they do that? What was their secret?
Yeah, like a startup founder or maybe an athlete pushing their limits.
Exactly. But what about something maybe closer to home for many of us, like language learning? Specifically, this journey we found from what the person called broken English
Right.
to achieving 100% native fluency. And get this, in just 6 months.
6 months? That sounds almost unbelievable, doesn't
It
it?
really does. So today we're doing a deep dive into something pretty remarkable.
Okay.
Our source material here is this unique personal account, a whole step-by-step method shared on a YouTube channel, Bookish English.
Right, I saw that. It's not just theory, is it? It's someone who actually did this.
Precisely. It's laid out as a proven path. So our mission today, we're going to meticulously pull apart every actionable strategy, every little mindset shift that allowed this person to get that profound English fluency.
So, kind of offering a shortcut for listeners to get really informed on what actually works.
Exactly. A concentrated shortcut. We'll explore not just what they did, but really dig into the why it was so effective, which honestly could give you insights for pretty much any learning journey you might be on.
Mm-hmm. It's quite a story. And like a lot of these big transformations, it starts with a real struggle.
Doesn't it always?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So our speaker, he started this at age 20, and he felt the full weight of what he called his bad English.
Bad English. Okay. What did that mean for him?
Well, he talks about having a really limited vocabulary, strong accent, and this constant, mental translation habit.
Ah, the translation trap, thinking in one language, trying to speak in another.
Exactly. Debilitating, he called it. And the critical problem, the real kicker, was that people just couldn't understand him.
Ooh, that's tough.
Imagine trying to get through daily life, just interacting, grabbing opportunities, when your words just fizzle out, get lost before they even land. It's got to be isolating.
Totally. And frustrating.
And what's really interesting here is the impact this had, this broken English.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like awkward chats. No, it was about his whole future, his job prospects, his quality of life. He explicitly links it.
Wow.
He remembers this one thought, this powerful, motivating thought that just ignited everything for him.
What was it?
He asked himself, what kind of jobs could I get if I could only speak translated broken English with a strong accent?
That's a stark question.
Isn't it? Rooted in that pain of limitation, but also this deep yearning for, a more comfortable future. That became his why.
Not just a wish, but a need.
A desperate necessity, really. Office work versus labor work for life. It wasn't just about learning a skill. It was about changing his destiny, fundamentally.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? What's that burning why that fuels your big learning goals?
That deep, maybe even desperate reason, it's often the most powerful driver for change, I think.
I agree. So, armed with this really powerful why, he starts his quest for fluency, and he stumbles upon an ad for this expert, Fluent English, Mr. Wang.
Yes, Mr. Wang. Good guru.
Kind of. He made this bold promise, right? Fluency in a year. Said his students would surpass people who'd studied for 10 years.
Sounds tempting.
Very. But there was a catch. A big one.
Let me guess. Money.
Yep. Mr. Wang only did one-on-one private lessons, priced at a hefty $30 an hour.
Ouch. Especially back then. And for someone starting out.
Exactly. For our speaker, that was just impossible, an insurmountable barrier. He didn't have the cash, so he decided not to even contact Mr. Wang.
Figured he wouldn't just give away the secret sauce for free, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But here's the interesting twist. That barrier didn't stop him. It actually sparked this crucial mindset shift.
Okay.
A pivot, really, from looking for outside help to just radical self-empowerment.
How so?
He thought, if you can find a way to do it, I can find a way to do it too.
The DIY approach. Taking ownership.
Exactly. It's not just being resourceful, it's taking total ownership of your learning. You become your own architect of discovery instead of waiting for some guru.
That's powerful. What does that mean for your learning, as a listener? It means believing you can figure it out.
Yeah. Experiment, problem solve, succeed on your own terms. It's that self-reliance kicking in, owning your progress, not just renting it from someone else.
Hmm. So he sets out on his own path, starts where most of us would probably.
The library.
The library, dives into about 10 books on English fluency, and he specifically picked books by native English speakers.
Makes sense. Learn from the natives.
That was his logic. He looked up every word he didn't know, tried to soak it all in, summarized the strategies he found, came up with a list, like 10 key things.
What were they? Anything surprising?
Mostly the conventional wisdom, really. Listen, read. Use what you've learned, build your vocabulary, that kind of stuff.
Okay, the usual suspects. Did it work?
Well, that's the thing. The results were pretty disheartening at first. He applied the strategies. He understood some English better, sure. But it just didn't translate into better speaking.
Ah, the key issue for him.
Exactly. His accent was still strong. He still struggled to actually produce fluent speech. But he didn't give up. He read about 60 more books.
60!
Wow. All by native speakers. And he said they all pretty much said the same things.
So the strategies just weren't cutting it for speaking.
In his experience, for speaking fluency, they were ineffective, which really raises a big question, doesn't it?
Yeah. Why would these logical strategies, the ones natives often promote, fall short for speaking, especially for non-native learners?
What was missing? What crucial piece addresses the actual physical act of speaking naturally? It challenges a lot of assumptions, I think.
It really does. That is the million-dollar question, isn't it? What was missing? And this is where he makes that critical shift. He needed a new perspective.
Okay, so what did he do?
Instead of native speaker books, he deliberately picked 10 books written by successful non-native English speakers, people who'd actually learned it fluently themselves.
Learning from those who'd walked the path. Smart.
He figured they might have insights a native speaker who just sort of absorbed it wouldn't have. And guess what?
Did they have the secret?
Well, most of the books repeated the same strategies as the native ones. Listen, read, etc. Except for one crucial difference.
Okay, I'm listening. What was it?
The missing piece. Groundbreaking, really, in its simplicity. The instruction, repeat what you hear again and again.
Repeat.
Yeah. That specific advice was completely absent from all 60 of the native speaker books he read.
Wow. That's significant. So why is repeating so vital for non-natives?
Well, think about it. Native speakers absorb sounds, intonation, rhythm almost subconsciously from birth, right? Constant imitation.
Right. Effortless, almost.
But for non-natives, that active repetition, that mimicking, that drilling, it's absolutely vital. It builds muscle memory, mouth, tongue, throat. It locks in pronunciation, intonation. It builds the physical dexterity for fluent speech.
Things that passive listening or reading just can't develop on their own.
Exactly. Repetition is the bridge from understanding to actually speaking fluently and naturally.
Okay, so he's got this repeat what you hear insight from the non-native speakers. But there was another piece, wasn't there? Something unexpected.
Yes. Amidst all this, one book from his original pile, the native speaker pile, suddenly stood out.
Oh, which one?
It had nothing to do with English fluency. It was about How to Set Goals and How to Become Successful by Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins. Interesting. Did he almost dismiss it?
He hesitated, wondered if it was relevant, but then, last minute, curiosity won. He decided to take a peek just in case.
And was it useful?
Turned out to be great, he said. Foundational principles. And when he combined those principles with the practical repeat what you hear strategy.
That led to his formula.
Exactly. What he called my Fluent English Formula. It wasn't just about language mechanics. It was mechanics plus the psychology of goal setting and success.
That's fascinating, that cross-disciplinary thing, finding solutions in unexpected places.
Totally.
Yeah.
Serendipity. But having that open mind was key, he said. It transformed it from just studying into a real mission with purpose.
Right. So now he has this formula taking shape. How did he actually put it into practice? Where did he find the time?
Well, he identified his perfect opportunity, his daily commute. In New York City, no less.
A subway?
Yep. Brooklyn to Manhattan. Round trip, he figured, was nearly 2 hours every day.
A lot of potential practice time.
It was a 12-minute walk, 40 minutes on the train each way, then a 5-minute walk to work. Before the formula, he just listened to English lessons or songs on his Walkman. Passive stuff.
Okay. Standard commute listening.
But after developing his strategy, everything changed. He repurposed that Walkman, turned passive listening into active, deliberate practice.
Repeating what he heard.
Repeat what you hear again and again. And there's this great detail about resourcefulness back then.
Yeah.
He had to record news tapes at home at night because the subway tunnels killed the radio signal.
Wow. Dedication. Recording tapes every night.
Shows you. Right. It wasn't just finding time, it was transforming existing time, turning dead time into super productive learning time.
It really challenges you to find your own perfect opportunity, doesn't it? Those hidden moments. Commute, chores, exercise.
Exactly. You don't always need big blocks of study time, just creativity and commitment with the moments you already have.
So he starts doing this active repetition. NPR News on the Walkman.
Right. The walk was fine, but yeah, the subway signal issue meant recording tapes nightly for the next day's commute. Incredible dedication.
Definitely. How did the actual repetition go? Did he just mumble along?
He started by whispering, yeah.
Yeah.
But then as he got more confident and saw the benefits, he progressed to saying it louder.
Okay. And then came the unexpected secret weapon, as you called it.
Yes. The subway itself, the noisy as thunder's New York subway trains.
How is that a weapon? Sounds like a nightmare for listening.
Paradoxically, it was perfect. The noise was so overwhelming that, in his words, even the person sitting next to me couldn't hear what I was talking about.
A judgment-free zone. Total anonymity to practice out loud without feeling self-conscious.
Exactly. And it wasn't just random noise-making, it was precise practice.
How so?
He'd repeat words he didn't get. He'd repeat fast news segments, even if he couldn't keep up at first. But crucially,
Yes.
if he fumbled a word or phrase, couldn't say it right, he'd rewind the tape immediately. Listen carefully. Repeat. Once, twice, 3 times, until I could correctly say the new word or phrase.
Wow. That immediate correction and repetition loop, that's deliberate practice in action.
Totally. Building that muscle memory. He said it helped a lot. It highlights how active practice beats passive listening any day. The subway noise became his unlikely ally.
Amazing. So this intense subway-fueled practice.
Yeah.
What were the results? How quickly did things change?
Astonishingly quickly. Just 3 months in, he decides to record his voice, just speaking some daily phrases to see where he was at.
Was he disappointed again?
Quite the opposite. He was genuinely surprised. Said he spoke pretty fluently. He could still hear an accent, but it was much lighter than other ESL learners he knew.
That must have felt amazing.
He was excited. Absolutely. Tangible progress.
Did that change his approach at all?
It did, subtly. Instead of daily news recordings, he switched to recording once a week.
Okay.
So he could practice the same material for a whole week, really master it. By the end of the week, he said he'd mastered speaking everything on the whole tape, almost reciting it, words, sentences, tones, flow.
Intense immersion in one piece of material.
Exactly. Then, in week 5, he did a review, went back to the previous 4 weeks' tapes, focusing on the hardest ones.
Reinforcing it all.
Right. And the culmination, 6 months total. He records himself again. The results were surprising. His words.
Yeah.
My accent was gone, my voice was clear, my pronunciation was correct, and my flow was smooth. In other words, my English was fluent.
Wow. 6 months from broken to fluent, clear, accent-free. That's incredible.
And here's the validation. It wasn't just him hearing it. A friend just randomly on the phone suddenly blurts out, "You're English. It's good." With real sincerity, he said he could feel the energy.
That's fantastic feedback.
And even more telling, maybe, 2 of his native speaker cousins heard him and asked, "How come your English is so good, but your brothers and sisters are not?"
Now that's validation. When native speakers notice that level of difference,
Yeah.
it's not just competence, it's sounding natural.
Exactly. Native-like delivery. The speed is almost unbelievable, but the proof seems to be there in those reactions.
So fluency achieved in 6 months. Did the journey end there?
Not quite. Years later, already fluent, he developed yet another strategy, something he called open throat.
Open throat, what's that about?
This, he claims, is what made his English sound absolutely 100% native. It goes beyond just repeating sounds. It's about how you produce them.
The physical mechanics.
Yeah. He describes it very specifically. Open your throat, talk with your diaphragm, and bring the energy from your stomach. You should feel your stomach tighten. Let air flow freely from the lungs through a relaxed, open throat. With energy. Conscious energy.
Okay, that sounds physical, almost like singing technique.
He makes that connection, mentions his daughter's chorus teacher talking about not singing with a chicken throat.
Chicken throat.
Meaning...
Tense, constricted.
Exactly. And he links that chicken throat directly to the psychological barriers language learners face.
Ah, like nervousness, shyness, fear of mistakes.
Precisely. His message is basically, relax. English is a foreign language to you anyway. Making mistakes is very normal. So opening the throat isn't just physical, it's mental.
Releasing inhibitions.
Yeah.
Embracing confident delivery.
Yes. Performing the language with conviction. He makes this perhaps slightly hyperbolic claim
Go on.
that if you practice this open throat method for 6 months, even native speakers will be scared of you.
Okay, maybe a bit much, but I get the point. It's about achieving that level of powerful, confident mastery, transforming self-consciousness into self-assurance.
Exactly. It's the final polish, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've seen the struggle, the breakthrough, the results, this extra open throat layer. Let's boil it down to his core formula, my Fluent English Formula.
3 steps, right?
3 steps. 1, set your goal. 2, take action. 3, follow through. Simple structure.
But step 1, the goal setting he seemed to think was disproportionately important.
Hugely. The single most important thing, he calls it. Not just any goal, but a solid goal, a stone goal, an iron goal, a strong goal.
Why so much emphasis on the goal?
Clarity is power. You must know exactly what you want so that you know exactly where to go. It guides your brain, turns a wish into an imperative.
Makes sense. And he talked about motivation coming from inspiration or desperation.
You're right. For him, it was pure desperation. That fear of doing labor work for life versus the pleasure of office work and a much more comfortable life. That pain-pleasure combo was his strong enough reason.
So for the listener, it could be landing that dream job, or confidently talking to new people, or buying that house.
Exactly. Whatever it is, you need that why. He says desperation has 2 parts. The pain if you don't succeed, and the pleasure if you do. Fuse those, and your goal gets magnetic.
And the practical tip here was?
Write it down. Write it everywhere. Ceiling, wall, desk, wallet. Visible reminders to remind you that you have a goal to work on constantly.
Well, keeping it top of mind, always.
Yeah. He even puts an 80-20 rule on it. 80% of success is the goal, 20% is the work. Without the 80%, the 20% is meaningless.
That's a bold claim. 80% on the goal itself.
He really emphasizes it.
Yeah.
And he uses these powerful stories to illustrate. Thomas Watson, fired, sets a goal to compete, builds IBM, surpasses his old company.
Right, the IBM story.
Or
Incredible.
Tim Waterstone, fired, wants to start bookstores. Rejected by HT banks for a loan, one bank calls his plan dumb.
Ouch. 8 rejections.
But the ninth bank says yes, almost on a whim. He succeeds wildly, pays it back, sells the business for millions to the company that fired him.
Wow. Talk about perseverance fueled by a goal. What stands out is that must reason, isn't it? Not just want or need. Conviction.
Exactly, that unwavering conviction. Okay, so step 1, set that iron goal. What's step 2?
Step 2, take action. This is where the practice comes in. He uses that kung fu analogy.
Right, knowing the moves isn't enough.
Exactly. Knowing how waves won't let you beat 10 opponents. You'll have to practice. Same for English.
Yeah.
You'll have to practice speaking English. I mean, literally practice speaking English over and over again.
Active, physical, relentless practice.
And he breaks this down into 9 specific actionable steps. This is the real how-to part.
Okay, let's walk through them. Action 1.
Listen and repeat at the same time. As soon as you hear it, beginning, middle, end of a sentence, repeat immediately. Fast as you can.
Yeah.
Without trying to understand or memorize right then.
It's just mimicry, pure sound imitation.
Pretty much. The goal is building fluency, training the physical speech mechanisms, brain, mouth, tongue, everything, for natural, untranslated English, meaning grammar, vocab. That comes subconsciously later. If you miss a word, just make a noise. Keep going. Flow is key here.
Okay. Action 2.
Finish repeating the whole material.
Right.
After that first pass, go through the entire piece again, repeating from start to finish, even if you pause. This builds sentence flow, momentum, trains you for longer stretches of speech.
Still making noise for missed words.
Yep. Keep the rhythm going. Action 3 is critical.
Which is?
Record your voice. First recording. He says, do not skip this. Listen through headphones. Record yourself repeating the whole thing. Noise for unknown parts. Save the file.
Why is this so important?
It's your baseline, your before picture.
Yep.
Essential for tracking progress later, for objective self-assessment.
Got it. Action 4.
Finish repeating the whole material all at once, 3rd time. Just repeat the whole thing again. Reinforces flow, familiarity, builds confidence before you get granular.
Okay, 3 passes focused on flow. What's action 5?
Rewind and repeat difficult words. Now you go back. Those specific words or phrases you struggled with. Listen, try. Listen, try. As many times as you need until you can finally say them.
This is the real grind, the targeted practice.
This is the grit, building that specific muscle memory for the tricky bits. Action 6 is counterintuitive but vital.
Let's hear it.
Ignore the meaning and focus on speaking. If you hit words you don't know, ignore the meaning. Focus only on the sound, the speaking. Don't translate in your head.
Avoid the translation trap that kills fluency.
Exactly. Build that direct English sound-to-meaning connection. Meaning comes later, organically. Train your brain for direct processing.
Okay. Action 7.
Finish repeating the whole material for 3 times. Mimic everything. Once you can say all the words, practice the whole piece 3 more times. But now, mimic everything. Flow, tones, volumes, expressions, speed, everything.
Moving beyond just pronunciation to the music and emotion of native speech.
Precisely. Internalizing the rhythm, the intonation, the nuances. Action 8 is the payoff. Or the reality check. Record your English, 2nd recording, and compare. Record yourself again, same material. Then compare recording 1 from step 3 with this new recording 2.
The moment of truth. Do you hear improvement?
Exactly. Self-evaluation. If yes, huge motivator. If not, okay, maybe the material wasn't right or more reps needed. Leads to action 9. And
Action 9 is?
find different material based on speed fit. Rate the material you just used.
Yeah.
Too slow, just right. Too fast. Then pick new material at a different speed, slower, same,
Yeah.
or ultra fast, and repeat actions 1 tweet. He even gave example URLs, like finding specific speeds online.
Personalizing the challenge, keeping it in that optimal learning zone, hard enough to grow, not so hard you quit.
Exactly. That's the 9-step action cycle.
That's incredibly detailed. And beyond those steps, he had advice on choosing the materials themselves, right?
Yes, crucial points. First, accent consistency. This is a big one for him.
Stick to one accent?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to speak like a native, you must pick only one to learn either British English or American English. Master one, then maybe learn the other. Don't mix them initially.
Why is that so important?
Focus. Like Bruce Lee's laser beam analogy he mentioned. Unfocused beam melts nothing. Focused beam cuts steel. Trying to learn two accents at once dilutes your efforts, hinders achieving true native-like fluency in either. Pick a target, aim precisely.
Makes sense. What about the quality of the material?
Also critical. Choose material where someone is speaking native English in real-life situations. Avoid incorrect English or unrealistic situations.
Like old textbook dialogues.
Exactly. He gives that great example. The stiff, Mr. Wong, this is Mr. Chen, how do you do, versus the natural, Dan, meet Bill, how's it going, Bill, how's it going, Dan?
Huge difference in feel.
Night and day. You need authentic input flow, expressions, idioms, social nuance to get authentic output. Avoid stuff that's grammatically okay but sounds weird or dated in real life. Your input dictates your output. Yeah, garbage in, garbage out, basically. So he figured this out using a Walkman and tapes. What about today with all our tech?
Right. He acknowledges how lucky we are now. Cell phones, MP3 players, Bluetooth in cars, amazing tools.
But he had a warning about volume, didn't he? Especially in noisy places.
Yes, crucial point. Cranking the volume to max in a loud subway, like he did with his Walkman at 10, can seriously damage your hearing over time. Be careful.
Good warning. Did he talk about specific headphones? Like noise canceling?
He did. Mentioned over-the-ear noise-canceling ones like Audio-Technica or Bose that actively block sound, and also simpler, cheaper in-ear isolation ones.
Are those recommended for practice then?
Here's the surprising bit. He actually says you can practice much better with no headphones or with a pair of regular headphones.
Really? Why?
Because hearing your own voice clearly is vital. For self-correction, for building that precise muscle memory. Noise canceling might block outside noise, but it can also muffle your own output feedback.
Ah, I see. So you use specialized headphones only if absolutely necessary for the environment, but prioritize hearing yourself clearly.
Exactly. Adapt your tools, but don't sacrifice that crucial self-feedback loop.
Which leads to finding your practice arena. Right? Where can you actually do this, hearing yourself?
Yeah, he lists several, based on his experience.
The train.
Great if it's loud, like the NYC subway. Find a corner, and crucially, speak out loud, not whisper. Whispering doesn't train your throat and diaphragm properly.
Okay. What about the bus?
Quieter, usually. So speak normally. Maybe be a bit more mindful of others around you.
The car.
His favorite. Full throttle practice, he calls it. Turn up the material, close the windows, mimic everything. Tones, volume, flow, speed, expressions. Use your hands. Get your whole body into it.
Just don't drive full throttle while doing it.
Haha. Yeah, he adds that safety note. It's speaking you should go full speed on, not driving. Good advice.
Where else?
Home while cooking, brain is often free. Headphones might be good there. Outdoor activities, running, walking, hiking, shopping, and even work, if it's noisy like that Boeing factory he mentioned. Mandatory earplugs plus noise-canceling headphones. Perfect for loud practice nobody else hears. Skyrocket your results, he said.
So the question for everyone listening is, where are your hidden practice moments? Every moment can count as you're intentional.
Precisely. Okay, that covers the goal, step 1, and the action, step 2. What's the final step, step 3?
Step 3, follow through. This is all about persistence. Keep working on it. Keep taking action day by day to get there.
Consistency is key.
Absolutely. Start small, build little by little. He uses the weightlifting analogy again. Start with 3 pounds, work your way up incrementally until 300 pounds feels easy. English fluency builds the same way, little by little, day by day.
Each session builds on the last.
And for long-term retention, review. Once a month, go back to the previous materials you've practiced before and try to practice them again.
Keeps it fresh, reinforces the physical speaking patterns.
Exactly. And the promise is if you consistently do actions 1 to 9, your brain will naturally process everything. Pronunciation, grammar, flow, speed, tone, vocab. You'll just know how to say things like a native. Automatically.
So step 3 is basically one word. Persistence.
Persistence. Keep building on top of what you've been building. And yeah, he throws in that open throat reminder again as part of the ongoing physical practice.
It's where that compounding effect happens, right? Small, consistent actions making the impossible inevitable.
That's the idea. And if you had to boil this whole thing down, the entire secret, to just one word.
What would it be?
Practice.
Just practice.
But not just casual practice. It's the whole package. Opening your throat, relaxing your tongue, loosening muscles, controlling flow, getting your mind mentally ready and your body physically ready to speak like a native.
It's holistic, preparing your entire being for the act of speaking, overcoming those barriers.
Exactly. Disciplined, holistic, persistent application of the formula. That's the ultimate key he found.
Okay. Before we wrap up this deep dive, there's that sobering fun fact he mentions about people who buy instructional books.
Ah, yes. Only 1% actually follow the instructions and succeed. The other 99%, well, they put the book away, look for something else, do nothing.
It's a bit of a stark reality check. So what does that mean for you listening right now? It's a choice, isn't it?
Absolutely. The challenge is clear. Are you going to be the 99% or the 1% who will stop searching, follow the instructions, keep working on it, and finally speak English like a native?
The formula is there. The path seems proven by someone who started from, well, a challenging place.
He says it himself. If I, a country boy, a middle school dropout with no special talent, started at age 20 and in 6 months can speak English like a native, my friend, yes, you can.
The potential is there. The effort, the dedication. That's on you.
Mm-hmm. It reminds me of that saying, I can lead a horse to water.
Oh, but it's up to the horse to drink. Yeah. The door's open. The map, these actionable steps, they're laid out.
So maybe the final provocative thought for you, the listener, is this. What single concrete action will you take today to start or maybe restart your journey toward your own fluent English or whatever your big learning goal is?
Will you step through that door?
Yeah. Imagine what's possible in just 6 months with this kind of focused, deliberate practice. Think about the confidence, the opportunities. Could be profound.